Try to take away my kneecap. I'm like, no, no, no. Try to take my kneecap. They're trying to take my kneecap. They're trying to take away my kneecap. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what it was. I was talking to Amy. It was between this, or they tried to take me, trying to get me to go to rehab. Really close between the two, but we narrowed it down. She decided to go the other way. Told her, man, I'm like, man, this could go, it feels hot. Both of them felt hot. One sold millions. Other was, the other was never surfaced. But that's what it is. And in hindsight, everything, I guess, could have gone the other way. Could have even sold more records. Because I think that one just hit somewhere a little bit deeper. Try to take away my kneecap. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, it's heartfelt. The other one was good too, don't get me wrong, but what's going on, fam? Happy Friday, happy Good Friday, April the 15th, 2022. Welcome back, glad you made it. It's another So-So production. We are doing it. It is Good Friday. It is Easter weekend. If you're celebrating out there, happy celebration time. Easter, Good Friday, possibly the best Friday there ever was in the entire year. Other Fridays come close, but this one really takes it away. And then Easter. Don't even get me started on Easter. Been reading, been doing a little bit of, trying to educate myself. What is Easter? It's the comeback. Don't call it a comeback. LLCJ, baby. Ladies love chill Jesus. That's what it was. Others came along and took it to new heights, of course, but initially it was ladies love chill Jesus. That's what it was. Others say Easter was, Easter was originally a Babylonian goddess by the name of Ishtar or Esther, one of those two. Goddess of fertility. She be that fertile goddess. You feel me? You having fertility issues, you go and see Esther. Esther will concoct you a little concoction, a little potion, a little magic potion. That's what it was. That's why it's things weren't too, society wasn't ready for goddesses and positive witches, if that's a thing, because a lot of negative connotations comes with the word witch, or goddess sometimes. I don't know how we got there, but that's essentially how we got there. So Esther I knew Esther, as a matter of fact. Esther was this bad bitch. She had experience. People used to come and like, Esther, I'm having the hardest time getting pregnant. I want to be a prego. That's what the local ladies would say. And Esther would sit them down, one-on-one consultations with, they'd come in with their hubby, Samuel or a Jacob will come in with a Sarah or a Maggie or something, They'll come in, we're having Esther, baby boo, we're having a difficult time getting pregnant, what can we do? And she'd be there like, no, don't worry, come on in. That's what her place was the chillest place. You'd go there. She had a little, it was like a little dwelling she built, the back was like a little, DIY cafe sort of thing, a lot of herbs, a lot of spices, a lot of incense, feel me? And she'd make you a little concoction. She'd give it to you, and she asked questions. She'd be like, have you been making love? And you had to ask back then, because a lot of people didn't even know what making love was. It was the early stages. People had issues. People had difficulties. Is it going in the wrong place? Is it going in the right place? How long should I keep it in there? Do I even keep it in there? Because before, it takes time. Before, people thought it was like people thought you had to apply the seed topically. They would go in and then use the pull out, and then they'd hope that it would seep in, and that's, and she came in and changed the game. She's like, that's, fertility, yes, but different types of seeds, different types of planting situation going down. a lot of people were happy because Esther pulled so many miracles. A lot of people had given up on having babies before Esther came along and switched it up. So many people were having babies after they sat down with Esther. You know what I mean? She'd rub her hands together like this, just, you know, put it on your belly, dude, just for like 5 to 10 seconds. I've seen it. I saw it. 5 to 10 seconds, heal that womb up, you know? Have a little chat with the hubby, you know, make sure you stay in. Make sure you stay in. That's how you go and hatch a couple of eggs yourselves. I've been hatching eggs. I've been hatching eggs myself, laid a couple of eggs, sat on a couple of eggs. You know what I'm saying? It's that time, baby. It's all about fertility. It's all about spring. It's all about the resurrection. It's all about the comeback. It's all about starting over again. It's all about new seeds. It's about new plans, going places, and we're doing it slowly but surely. Thank you very much, whoever's been a part of my journey. Thank you very much from the get-go. The love has been received and it is being reciprocated, giving it right back at you on this bestest of Fridays. Hope you're all safe and sound wherever you are in and around this beautiful world. We're kicking butt. We're taking names as per usual. A lot of things are going down, a lot of things are going up. You know, some things that have been on my mind, I find I wanted to talk about it, wrote a little bit about it, thought about it, wrote about it. Let's discuss it a little bit. Some videos have resurfaced on, you know, on the internets. They're on the YouTubes, they're on top. Surfacing, depicting scenes that are a little bit concerning to the naked eye, at least initially. Videos on, what am I talking about? Videos depicting, you know, people in Shanghai, China, Shanghai, around that region, being locked down for many a weeks. People are losing their minds for it might appear to you, the naked eye. It may appear that way. They're screaming from their balconies, their windows, and I'm like, man, this is, you know, let's break it down. Let's digest it together. Let's dissect it. Let's analyze it together. You guys can find these videos. Just write, you know, Shanghai neighbor screaming. Here's the thing. That's, I think, you know, let's break it down. You know, some say it's a depiction of brute force, absolute brute force. You know, tyranny, a little bit of injustice. And I'm here to let's break it down. What's tyranny? First of all, I think Tyranny was a good kid. Tyranny and I grew up together. We used to ball together between the ages of 8 to 12. Ball together. Nice kid. A little bit neglected at home, of course, but Tyranny was, you know, one of those kids. If you give him a little bit of attention, man, a lot was given back from Tyranny. So that's where I stand on Tyranny. And in terms of injustice, if you're out there like, man, this is clearly a depiction of just brute injustice, just and what? But let's break it down though, fam. If we're being honest, if we can look at ourselves in the mirror and be honest, what is injustice anyway? Let's break it down. Injustice, just the word injustice. Let's break it down. First part of the word in, as in I-N, in, what's in? At its most basic forms, it means inside. On the N word, inside, in it. They're in it. So in, good. Second portion of injustice, just. What's just? Just is. Just is. Need I say more? Just, it just is. Just means fair. Means white. No, that's a different type of fair. It means equal of value, equality. Just, fairness, yeah, that's what it is. That's what that is. So you got in, good, just, fair, nice, good. Last part of the word injustice, ice, baby. It's ice. What gets better than ice? Rock solid water. Sign this guy up. I'll have some, please. I'll have some ice. Are we talking about that blend, baby? We talking about that bling, daddy? We talking about that ice, baby? What are we talking about? It all sounds good to me. We're on the innie, we're inside, we're fair, we're all about ice. What else you want? What else you want? So you got, at the end of the day, when you look at it, you got tyranny, kid who's been neglected a little bit, with a pinch of equal and solid ice. I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, that's what I see. What do you see? I see the CCP working hard to get some synchronized singing lessons going on. After all, how are we going to find the next superstar? Maybe you're the X Factor. Although I don't know how it be pronounced in Chinese. Maybe you're the Chi Factor. Or maybe I don't know what the letter X is, but you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you're that factor. How would they know? Nobody knows. When was the last time you just got up and just belted out a couple of tunes, And in synchronicity with all your neighbors, getting some primal screams going on, just like let out a little bit of steam, a little bit of that, whatever's been building up for the past several years. Who's looking out for you? CCP's looking out for you. And sure, to the naked eye, it might seem like they're just forcing people, and what is force? Pushing, nudging, beating, pulling, taking away. If that's force, well, okay, guilty as charged, but I mean, it's so easy to just sit and point to the obvious. Yeah. Fam, it's what it is. Justice. It's just ice. It's just ice. That's what justice is, baby. It's just ice. It's just brute cold, fair ice. That's what that is. I saw videos, I saw different depictions. Some people were being forced inside their homes. I heard others were being pulled out of their homes. Some of their homes, some of the schools were being designated as designated schmovid areas where you can go and it's like, hey, if a government can't just step in and be like, hey, the collective, we're gonna go there collective and just have a little camp with total strangers and sure your home, what's Mikasa e Sukasa is essentially, that's what that is, baby. What's mine is yours. And I thought we were all like litty party people, because that's what the CCP is all about, the party. Don't get if you want party people, you go to the CCP. That's the people's party of the CCP. The CCP knows how to rep the people of the party, and the party always comes above the people. Okay? If you're the type of person that's like, oh, the people have got to come so that we have no, party first. Then when it comes to fucking party, baby, party first at the CCP. Because people is a revolving door idea. People come and go. The party stays intact. The machine of the party stays intact. That's what that is. So you check your vision next time you just go willy-nilly tossing out ideas out there. Yeah. Look closely. It's so easy to misread things. If you're down with the party, if you want to get litty, maybe you're like, man, I've always been like looking to live in a place where others tell others what to do. Because like here in the West, for the most part, we do it differently. We're like individual rights. We like freedom. We like freedom of speech. We like expression, freedom of expression. We like freedom. But, other places, maybe you don't like freedom. Maybe you're the type that likes telling people what to do. There's a space for you. There's literally a party for you. There's a whole bunch of like-minded individuals who like telling others what to do. You can easily find your little, whatever your subculture is. Don't just let the world and society tell you to live your life the way you want it to live. You have somebody tell you, and you go tell somebody else how to that's, to each their own. That's what I say. What do you guys think? What do you gals think? Curious. It is, yeah. All I see is just efforts at team building, efforts at trying to maintain the community, and no matter the cost, Do we gotta push a few grandmas aside? Do we gotta, rip off a couple of ladies from their just like, just whatever they're holding on to? You've seen the videos. I don't know what's going on, but like if need be, if push comes to shove, shove comes to push, and the party needs to be upheld, baby, nobody parties harder than the CCP. I just want you to know that. Okay? By the people, for the party. That's what it is. Party first, people second. So there you go. That's one of the things that's been on my mind, that I just saw a few videos. It's interesting to say the least. Before you go there with your allegations of, mistreatment of humans and inhumane behavior, and go join a party, dude. Go join a party, lady. See what it means to be a part of a tight-knit party that doesn't, because they took it to the next level. When the Beastie Boys came out and said you gotta fight for your right to party, the party literally took those words to, like, they took it fucking like word for word. Like, that's, some say, complete misread of the lyrics and the notion of party, but what is a party anyway? Sounds kind of fun, to be honest. Party, sign me up. Who doesn't like to party? What else is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's a beautiful world. That's the thing nowadays. We live in a global village again. Everything's shared, everything's visible. The good, the bad, the ugly, the awesome things, everything. And together we get better. That's the only thing that I know. I also read a little bit of, different things, because, I'm a little bit excited about the World Cup that's coming up. But at the same rate, I've always been a little bit concerned about this particular World Cup that's coming up in Qatar 2022. Let me ask you a question. Let's just ask each other, are you gay? Are you gay? Are you a lesbian? Are you a bisexual? Are you any other, do you practice anything else other than maybe, straight sexuality, Because if you do, I want you to know the Qatari officials, some officials in the official committee of the officials, they've declared, because there's been some, there's a little bit of, they want to just set your mind at ease, let you know that if you're gay, we're completely okay with you and everything. That, like, we're completely, as long as nobody sees it, as long as nobody knows about it, as long as there's no public displays of affection of any sort of flag, you be your most authentic self, but like, just fall back, be your most, but like also, be your most authentic self in the least overt way possible. You know what I mean? Like, go whatever you are. Like, we love you for you as but don't be all of you. Not all of you. Like, we can't love let's, like, come on, like, you can't love everybody equally. That's what it is. So if you the official statement from the officials, they want to assure you that it's not just that they're against, gays, lesbians. They're just they're not a fan of public display of affection of any kind. So it's not a fact that they have an issue with you as a person. It's just it could be anybody. It's not you. It's not me. It's literally just people. So it's just like, again, if you're looking for me, you're like, man, November, I want to take some of my money, some of my hard-earned money. I love the sport, love the players, love what the sport and the history of the sport, like, love all that. But I also love a place that, I want to go support a place that's different, a little bit different. Rest assured, but that's the thing. I think we're moving in a new direction. I think this was low-key kind of like I think this was their way of saying, you know what, don't show any public displays of affection, wink, wink, meaning they're looking for public displays of affection That's what I'm reading from all of this anyway. So come November, I want everybody, whoever's gay, even if you're straight, I think they want you to be extra gay. That's what I read. That's what that's how I gauged it. You know, because they're like, nah, just for, you gotta respect everybody. You gotta respect everybody. You gotta, unless they're ladies, unless there are other people that, you gotta respect everybody. Everybody who's within the, if you're like, not everybody, but like if you're in the elite class, the ruling class, they definitely respect the elite ruling class, whether they're kings, princes, oil tycoons. Like, we respect everybody as long as you got fat, deep fucking pockets, baby, with that cha-ching, with that cheese, with that moolah, with that cheddar, you come through. And keep everything mostly about, like, diamonds, gold, oil, caviar, tigers, Lambos and Tiger. If you're about those things, then come November, I want you to take your gay self and be the most gay self you've ever been. Because I feel like that's a change. I think they're basically saying, come on, we're open. We're open for business. Bring your, because that's hard to. It's so you guys don't understand this. When you have nothing else to offer other than sand and CO2s, essentially, it's really difficult to, but we're still like, we're people. We gotta, like, that's everybody's got to come together. Just because we can't manufacture anything, just because we don't innovate, just because we've not really contributed to the world or the global, or like there's no manufacturer. You don't hear any like Middle Eastern cars. You don't hear any like Middle Eastern like cell phones or not a lot for the most part. You know what I'm talking about? Well, you do, but that's the thing. So you got to go into you're a different thing. Your niche is like tourism, ultra uber rich tourism, dude. Again, you got fat pockets. You got them. I don't know all the currencies, but you got different currencies of all sorts, and you like a little bit of, you like lower levels of tolerance, because most, if you live in Western society, tolerance is fucking, it's lit, dude. With tolerance, with love, with peace, for the most part. If you you're like, man, I want to try something a little bit different. They're asking for you, essentially. If you're different, they want you down there. Go there, be your true gay self, be your true lesbian self, be the bisexual man or woman that you are in public. If they will, I think they love it. That's what I'm reading from all this. Mixed messages. I don't know. Sometimes I read fast. Sometimes it's so hard to make sense of things. So that's what I'm getting. I'm getting an open welcome, sort of. I'm feeling like everybody can go down there. Most people can go down. Some people can go down there. Okay, that's what I'm getting. And that's the type of place where, if you're, are you the type of person that just doesn't want to? Do you like classes? Do you like having things that are, when you look at it, you're like, man, this place, it just, something's off. Like, it's just, like you see immaculate things in the middle of the desert where it's not, where like you've really had to push for it. You're like, how did this come about? From, some say exploitation of cheap labor, questionable labor practices, but who am I to, I'll leave the questioning up to you. Ask the questions, dude, because you're the curious type. Because I just want to go and attend a simple soccer match, and just live. But if you want to go there and if you want to see the best hotels, the best shopping malls, the biggest Lambos with the biggest tigers, chewing on gold bars, taking just you drop a deuce, there's a fucking gold bar right there. You go to take a shower, there's a golden shower. You're getting a golden shower, essentially. Down. That's the type of, and not like, and that's just, the people are lovely people. I'm talking about the governments, dude. Mostly I'm talking about always, because I love people. Most people from everywhere are really nice. When you get a chance to talk to them one-on-one, 1-on-5, kind of feel outnumbered here, but let's still talk, you know what I mean? It's good vibes only most of the time. But you gotta respect the culture that is, you got to respect everybody's culture and everybody's, if I can't have you going in there and asking questions like, hey, how does the kingdom work? How do generations of people hold on to power? Like, I don't want you to go in there and be like, man, kings, huh? And princes, huh? Royal families, you say. Interesting. So if you're into like, classes, if you like elitism, if you like royalty of any kind, if you like people, if you're essentially trying to like, bring back the peasantry, dude. If you wanna, that's because there's some things like it's just some things that were done in the past that are, little by little obviously have diminished. So, but we can like, if you like, there's plenty of there's flavors for everybody in this world. So don't be going in there with like, how does it work? Trying to like, don't be trying to get into the royal family or like, try. You can get in the circle. If you're lucky, you can get in the circle. And that's the thing. There's nothing wrong with trying to get into circles. Me myself, I'm more of a square kind of guy. I'm not a big fan of circles. You know what? I like all shapes. All sizes. But what I'm trying to say is that if you happen to get in the circle, dude, you can actually literally do anything. So it's not, I don't want you to think that you're limited going down there. You can't be doing shit. If you happen to get in with like the elite, dude, like a rich fellow or a rich little prince or a princess, and they don't even have to. And there's so many of them. You don't even have to like go to the top one. Just like everybody's pretty much a prince there. And then like there's a good like it's different cultures, different times. But what I'm trying to say is that if you get in the circle, you can do whatever you want. You can literally get away with murder. You can, and I'm not like, this is, I'm not trying to paint a picture. I'm not trying to romanticize anything. It's hard getting into circles, and like, it's, I don't think of it as like, I'm just going to go there for a week and get in a circle, dude. It's a whole application process. Most of the time it's through like marriage and like, it's a lot of work. But if you get in there, man, you can like do a lot of things. You can have the most extravagant parties behind closed doors, do all sorts of just the most weird shit imaginable that you probably never even think of. And there's so much money to cover it all up. Don't you worry your pretty little head about as to what about my reputation? How am I gonna keep things intact? If you get behind the closed doors, if you get behind those closed doors where the cash runs like a river, dude. There's a river of they have rivers of cash. The amount of money in some of these regions it's whatever. I want you to think of the highest number you can think of in your mind. Go ahead, think about it. Got it? Solid number? It'll blow that number out of the fucking park. That's how much money some people have, and it comes through, kingdoms and being a royal part of the. You wouldn't get it. It's not for you. You and I probably wouldn't. It's not something I can personally relate to, and I don't expect you to easily be able to contemplate this and be like, man, it's to each their own. Everybody's got like, some people, it's different. It's just not something you and I, but it's okay to go see it. It's okay to go like support it. It's okay to be a part of it. I'm not saying don't be a part of it. I love soccer. Brings everybody together. It's like one of those it's one of those things that just brings people together. International sports, some say. So yeah, if you're, again, I don't want you to just take this as something that, maybe they don't like gay people. I don't want you to say that to yourself and not go. They generally have a very low tolerance for people, and it's just like, again, if you're a lady, fall back. If you're a gay or lesbian, be a low-key gay or lesbian, If you're poor, try not to, we're trying to keep things, classy. We're nation building at this point. But the good thing is there's a ton of money to go around, and it's gonna be an experience. Don't get me wrong. You're gonna go there, and if you can just close your eyes and go through the experience, it'll be something probably along the lines of, be like, man, what is this? Is this kind of has that like Middle Eastern, maybe Vegas feel to it? If that's what I'm assuming. And there's beautiful like facilities, food, this, that, sand, so much sand in your eye, in your vag, dude, in your ass crack, in your man puss, in your eye sockets, in your ear holes, in your dick hole, just ample amounts of sand. And you know what? You're like, you know what? I want to get a 2-for-1. I want to go on a trip and do a whole deep cleanse. I want to get a facial, I want to get a scrub, and I want to just rinse everything in and out. Nothing rinses things out better than sand. Have you ever been to the beach? You know, a day where you go to the beach, you spend some time at the beach, you come back, all of a sudden your feet are really smooth. Well, think about that, but just deeper and more intense, especially on a nice day when it's windy and it'll hit you in the face and you'll get the slightest, teeniest little cuts on your face, and it is an experience. But the good thing is you're going in November, the heat's not that bad, okay? Don't be puss. Heat's not that bad. You'll get through the heat. And the rest of the things, if you can easily negotiate some, if you can negotiate some things with yourself, you can completely go there, and there's plenty of things to do, okay? Plenty of things to do. You can bring your money. If you are feeling like, man, I want to spend money, do it there. Support the cause, support the kingdoms, the royals, the oil tycoons, support those guys, because we all got to be supportive. Also, you're like, man, I really want to party. Whole nation partying in the billions right now. It's literally like there's the party and then there's the people. Literally, like it's a big party. It's the biggest party. It's a big party. And find yours, get in where you fit it. And that's what it is. Because you see, it's just, I wanted to talk about these things briefly because I have a difficult time sometimes reading certain things and trying to come up with a clear conclusion as to what is going on. And most of this is just wild boy, speculation, wild boy storytelling out here in the West. You try it out for yourself. I want you to go in these places if you can, if you have the opportunity, and really immerse yourself. Really just go in there with an open heart, with an open wallet, don't open up your mind too much there, okay? Mind, keep it a little bit closed, okay? But everything else, as long as you're spending money, come invest, and then dippy, and then everything's good. Otherwise, I just don't want any confusion. I don't want anybody to just hold themselves back. Go to the World Cup, go on the stadium, do the gayest things you normally do as you normally do them. They love it. As a matter of fact, I'm getting mixed signals here. I think this is the type of thing where you're so adamantly against something. Low-key, I think you want it real bad. So give it to them. Give it to them. I think this will it's going to be great for everything. And that's pretty much it. That's what I think of those two things. It's interesting to say the least. But, business, baby. When it comes to business, you got to be respectful of business and businessmen. And there's big contracts, okay? It's big contracts. You don't want to go there and you don't want to come here and it's just we got to maintain business. Love y'all. Those are two funny things silly funny things going on in the world. And one's a little bit, right now happening. The other one's going to be happening in some time. Nonetheless, it is Good Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It is also Easter, which means you are to go out there and get pregnant. Once again, not many shows will you find people promoting pregnancies. Not many shows will talk about people getting pregnant, how to, go get pregnant, go have a baby. Because, frankly, I'm in support of families. That's all I can say. Go have a few babies. Go, the other day I think I was just reading, and some people are a little bit, they wanna cut corners. I was reading in the news, somebody tried to run away with a kid in a car. They were trying to take, cause they're that eager beaver. So also be careful of those things out there as well. 'Cause somebody's just like, oh, I don't have the patience to wait for my own baby. They're like, oh, how can that's already right there, and it comes with a car too, a baby and a car. You know, so don't leave your babies in cars unless you're feeling, charitable. Unless you feel like mixing families up. Unless you feel like, how attached are you to the baby in the car anyway? It's the questions y'all gotta ask yourselves. So it's what the fuck, dude? What an idiot. The guy who tried to fucking steal a car with a baby, and I wonder if he saw the baby prior. I wonder, like, what's the stealing a car? What I would imagine is fucking hectic on its own. But then you get in, and then you're like about to take off, and then you realize there's a baby in the back too. Whole different ball game now. Jeez Louise. It's a car chase happening. The cops start chasing you. They're shooting at you, baby. You toss a gat to the baby. Now the baby's out there unloading mad fucking clips on the police. Just now you're in the baby or a team. Baby's got good aim. Baby's always had good aim. I run out of ammo. You're like, baby, take the wheel. I go back there. And this, I'm not for this guy, but I would imagine this would, if you were to make a movie out of this, it'd be pretty hard to find I'll play the baby, dude. If you're like, I will, because that's the thing. I'll be the baby, dude. Fucking, I'll shave and like I'll show up to set. I'll have that like 5 o'clock, natural baby 5 o'clock shadow. Nobody will suspect a thing. That's what it is, baby. I'll shave it, but like if we're filming in the afternoon, chances are there's probably gonna be a little stubble. But that's how you want your babies. Natural, raw. Also strong, dude. I'll be the most strong baby. And I'm not gonna worry about nothing, dude. You put me in a diaper, and you put me in one of those like seats, dude, in a baby seat, in a car seat, baby seat, dude. Fucking got good. Fucking like thumb in the mouth, fucking unloading on motherfuckers. Just, the baddest baby. Got grenades in my fucking diaper, dude. Oh, fuck it. Kaplow. You know what? Different story. Fuck the guy. Just the baby. Just the baby, dude. And the baby. That'll be the name of the movie. Not the baby, because that's already taken, but like the baby. The baby. The most baby. The hardest baby. Babies never die. Babies babies are fat. Babies come close to dying on a daily basis everywhere around the world, but like this baby is fucking hardcore, man. Doesn't fucking fuck around, yeah. I got little like, I'm always like, I'm doing like eating scenes where I'm just like low key, cause like you see like famous actors who do like eating, they're always like, they're known for like, oh, this actor is always eating. This baby's always on a fucking, like, I'll always just be like, face full of tits, little fucking milk thing, fucking pacifiers, dude. The baby, the most baby. Fuck, dude, that's summer 2025 in a theater near you, relatively near you. All right, you're gonna have to jump on the subway. The one year he doesn't play that movie, it's not that popular. It's one of those indie movies. You're gonna have to get in a car, find a friend who's got a car. You're gonna have to drive a little bit out of town, but it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. You can watch that, pay for that movie, and at the same time, what year did we say the movie's gonna come out? Doesn't matter. Whichever year is coming out, it's coming out the same day as the next Batman. It's coming out at the same time as the next Batman, which is called, been thinking about this, The Darkest Night. The Darkest Night. The fucking Darkest Night. Picture this. Picture this. The Darkest Night. You've already paid for the baby, and you're going in there and you watch the most badass fucking baby, fucking drinking out of tits, fucking using gats, tear tattoos, fucking throwing up gang signs like babies do. Crazy shit, dude. And all of it is just like it's all on my back. I'm not even like, and no CGI. All real life. So that'll go down. And then the next movie you can like just sneak in because you already paid for one movie. Get your money's worth. I'm all about you getting your money's worth. Now you snuck in here. Now you're watching The Darkest Night. Now The Darkest Night is going to be the most dark Batman you've ever seen. It's gonna be pure darkness. Nothing. Just pitch black. Nothing else is going. You'll walk in and it's all pitch black. I want you to close your eyes and cover it up. Cover it up. Put a bag over your head. Turn off the lights. That's how dark it is. It's the darkest night. And all you hear is this. Who are you? I'm Batman. And it's a dark room and it'll echo. Who are you? Who are you? I'm Batman. I'm Batman. And it'll just be like the most introspective dialogue you've ever heard between Batman and himself. Just tripping, dude. Who are you? Who are you? I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Who's Batman? Who's Batman? It starts spiraling down. It leads to other questions. Who's the man behind? Show yourself. Show yourself. Who's the man behind the mask? And he starts asking, who is the man behind the mask? You know, going really deep with it. Man, I really never thought, what does Bruce Wayne really like? Going into fucking, just getting fucking in. Same level. I want to take what Joaquin Phoenix did with the Joker. We apply that to the Batman. But darker. More just fucking introspection. Get into the psyche. There will be no action. There will be the budget. We're gonna need the biggest budget for this poorly lit Batman. Poorly, but what I mean is like new noir, baby. That's the future. Who's the Batman? I'm the Batman. What's the Batman like? You know, just having like, is there anything else you like to do with your life other than serving justice? You know, and he's like, you know, I never thought about. Nobody really asks what I want to do. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be emotional. It's gonna be. You're gonna see a different side. You won't really see Batman, but that's the beauty of it. I don't even need to work out for this role, dude. I won't. I'm gonna take it to the darkest. The whole thing's gonna be. It's gonna be. We're gonna do 7 hours of Batman in the dark, and eventually we're gonna turn that into a play. The Darkest Night, and it's gonna be lit, but it's dark, so it's the opposite of lit. But it's lit because it's dark, you know. And it's fucking get into the fucking like what's you know, unravel that onion, you know, what's really underneath it all, just like. And sure, you're like, man, maybe I didn't want to know all that about you, Batman. Or should I just call you Bruce? Do we just go call you Bruce now? You know, just regular old Bruce, who's really into like, you know, reading and taking Pilates classes, and he gets emotional when he sees cat videos on YouTube, and he likes cooking sometimes. And deep down inside, despite the fact that he's like, Alfred, you're not my father. You're not my daddy, Alfred. You're not my daddy, Alfred. He'll say stuff like that, but deep down inside, we'll have those deep conversations like, man, I know I've been saying Alfred's not my daddy, but fucking like he's been there for me through the thick and then you were like, man, we're really seeing breakthroughs of the darkest night. This 2020, the summer of 2025, 2026. Sometimes it's being made right now. It's being made. It's in production. We got the budget. It's being filmed right now. I'm filming right now. The darkest night. And then what do you really think about Robin? And you really get to finally find out what is it that, it's just like, always hanging around. Find your own battles. All the good. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Thank you for all the love and support. Thank you for being a part of my journey together. We are getting stronger. We are moving fast, but steady, not losing sight of the prize, which is life. Every day, embracing life, going through the days of going through life. That's what we're doing, going through life. We're doing that. We're growing. You can find these videos on Instagram, on YouTube, on Patreon. Support your boy if you like. Talk about it. It is so important because, if you don't talk about it, next thing you hear it's best that you talk about it rather than some random, teachers need to be teachers. I don't want you to be talking like, I want, you take your family and you talk about it. I don't want, you tell little Johnny about whatever you want to tell little Johnny, or like, Lisa, you, when the time's ready, put the family around the show in, like, because I don't want, like, there's certain things, certain places different, but like if you're that's talk about it. Essentially, that's what I'm trying to say, man. Grandma, grandpa, thank you for originally planting those seeds. Go ahead and go ahead and just give your grandma a hug today, give your grandpa a hug today. Go ahead and hug your mom and dad if they're around, if that's a thing for you. Go ahead and, because those are the ones that fucking laid the eggs, that hatched the eggs. That's why you're here. That's why I'm here. And again, just to do a little quick recap, if you're gay, November, Qatar's calling you. If you like to party, big party going down in China right now. The government's just been throwing it down. And yeah, bunch of movies. The Baddest Baby coming out, summer 2025, 2026. We got The Darkest Night in the pipe. Fucking working on everything, baby. We're spinning, we're cooking. Love you all. Thank you for all the love and support again. Back here again on Monday. I'll see y'all. Have a great weekend. Peace out. Be nice to yourselves and others. Bye.